The reason I've chosen to talk about endometriosis is to share my journey with you. So I had chronic low back pain through my teenage years. I thought it was due to playing competitive basketball, which I did a lot, in the hard courts, and probably just the lack of conditioning. But the pain continued after I stopped playing. The pain would flare up around my period, and it was the only predictor that I had of when I was going to get my period. So I often had prolonged bleeds, so I would bleed for 6 or 8 weeks at a time, and I'd have a week or something off, and it would start all over again. When it got bad enough as well, I'd be taking days off school because my back was so sore. At 17, I was diagnosed with PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Thinking that that was the problem, and I did some Pilates to strengthen my body, and while it helped, it didn't quite solve the problem for me. And it was when I was 19 that I was diagnosed with endometriosis. So my osteopath, who was treating me for my back pain, told me to go and get it looked at further with the doctor, and luckily I had a good doctor and I had a good gynecologist, so they referred me in for the surgery to get that diagnosis. They didn't find a lot of it, but once they removed the spots that they did find, my back pain was resolved within a month. It was quite quick. So I've now had 2 surgeries for endometriosis, 5 years apart between the two. The second one, I had a cyst on my left ovary that was causing me hip pain. So a lot of my pain from my endometriosis comes from musculoskeletal pain, so hip pain, back pain, pelvic pain are usually my indicators that there's something else going on. But I now manage my endometriosis with an IUD that I got put in during that second surgery, and doing Pilates. So the stronger that I stay through my core muscles, through my pelvic floor, my deep abdominal muscles, the better and more stable that I feel. My pelvis is always a work in progress for me. It always seems to be doing some weird things on some days, but I can definitely sort of go back to the mat, do my basics in Pilates, and keep my body in check.